Hi there, Aries. Welcome to Pirate Readings. I am Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about July. Yes, indeed, we're going to talk about, we have 5 whole weeks to talk about. That's going to be a lot. So this is going to be a good shaped, a good length of video here. I'm grateful that you're all here, and I'm very happy to be here myself. Thank you so much for all your likes, shares, and follows, and all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and get some cards going here. Yes, indeed. I'm going to go ahead and switch on over here. We'll go ahead and get some a stone of the month. All these are pre-programmed for you, of course, Aries. Let us look at what's coming up here. Oh, yes, we have one right there. Now we'll set these cards aside. We'll grab one of these. A lovely message. Oh, there it is. Yes. So now we have our messages. I am going to go on ahead and light our candle for the month. Yes, indeed. Let's do this, right? This one smells good, but doesn't have a name, so I'm not going to bother telling you all about it. So, but it's nice to have a candle lit. I think it's good mood lighting. It gives a little energy to the situation, and it helps me feel centered. Okay. So glad to be here. Really appreciate you all. Feeling festive, right? So yeah, it's good. July, I really like that I have 3 weeks before my next fair. I'll be in Washington next, so that's exciting. And Oregon was fantastic. For those of you who are here from Oregon, thank you and welcome. And let's go ahead and look at these 2 cards that I pulled, right? Let's see what we have. Oh, Apache Tears. So that's a really interesting card. It speaks to me of deep emotional stuff, right? And not just because tears, but it also has an absorbent feel to it. So it sort of sucks up emotional stuff. And that's really good news, because having deep emotions sucked up and removed from us, it can be very helpful, especially if we're doing a lot of other sorting out, right? So indeed, we are going to be taking good care of this situation and paying attention to what what this card can do for us, and how we can let it help us circumnavigate heavy emotions while we're trying to do other work, right? So yeah, I mean, it feels like if you're sorting or removing or displacing or digging into other old things, the emotions will be less while you're trying to do proactive activities, all right? So that's good news. I like that very much. The other card we have is an epiphany. What? Right? We are seeking clarity for our epiphany. So some of us are definitely having things come up that are getting clearer and more understandable. It's a big deal. And as you come to these new realizations, you'll be looking for new information about that. You want to get more clarity on it, dig deeper. Don't just take it at face value. Look at the pros, the cons, and where's it going, how are we getting there, and all that good stuff. Look at the details that might be involved with that, so that we don't get lost in just the papa, there's a little light, and yet if we don't know how to get there, or we don't know what's happening with that, or what the true ramifications of this little bit of light might be, it may be very important to us to stay on top of that, right? So let us look now at, we have these cards right here. I will make them a little bit more here. Here we go. Here we go. The Epiphany is here, and we also have Apache's Tears here, so that's good. All right. Now, I have this pre-programmed deck for us. Huzzah, right? And we are indeed getting ready to lay them out. We're going to have five rows, 5 columns. Here we go. Let's do this. The message we got for Aries alone is that it's very important for us to reconsider our moves, right? whatever moves we have been plotting and planning, we need to reconsider what we've been deciding. It isn't because we need to cancel or change anything per se. It's really, it could have to do with the epiphany, right? Seeking clarity. But more so than that, it's about some of my Aries are definitely needing to either make a change or make a choice or decide differently, while others are going to forge right ahead and be right on point, doing exactly what they need to be doing. We're going to go ahead and smoosh those up a little bit. We've got a lot going on. Yep, I pulled this in and made less space for us. That's not great. We're going to make more space. So yes, indeed, there's stuff going on for us, Aries. We need to pay attention to all the details that are happening and how things are coming out, all right? I don't want any one of you to completely quit what you were doing. Hey, whatever you had going on is probably perfect, right? And we want to stay on point with that. So I'm going to go ahead and set these aside. And yes, here we have the complete overview for July. Huzzah! Okay, Aries, for sure, there's a lot happening here. And remember, so I haven't even told you the big message for all 5 signs. All 5 signs are, all 12 signs, sorry, are of course being told that, yeah, for July, we need to just breathe, right? Breathe in and integrate. Everybody needs to start integrating all of the changes and stuff that were happening. Over the last few months, we've been having a lot of information come to us and things that we need to integrate. We need to begin to make sense of it all, kind of relaxing into something. And sometimes we need to just sort of renegotiate that situation as it feels different to us today than it did a month and a half ago. So we're going to do a little breathing, right? There's nothing wrong with that. It's good stuff. It's taking a pause, taking a moment. I feel like Aries need to try breathing before they talk. Had an incident today where I didn't. And yeah, can't take it back. Once you post it, it's done. So there you go. Here I am working my way through a situation where I may have hurt someone's feelings because I didn't take a deep breath. So, even still, yeah, I'm an Aries, so here I am taking all this information and all this advice and trying to helpfully apply it to my own darn life, okay? So let's go ahead and look at this overview right now, okay? So here we have the overview for, we're going to start with June 30th through July 6th. We have the 10 of crystals here. Yeah, we have, which of course speaks to pentacles, right? Crystals are pentacles, as I recall. That's always good to reiterate. Wands are acorns. Shells are cups. And of course we have feathers are swords. Perfect. So we are in pentacles. 10 of pentacles. Fabulous. So we are feeling our financial wellness at this time. This is good news, Aries. We like to know that we're feeling financially square. We're not feeling tapped. We are feeling like we have stability, indeed. Do keep this in mind. Like, we're going to go over this in depth at the end of this reading, so don't be alarmed if I breeze through this a little bit. The Knight of Shells is where we're blocked this particular week. We are, in fact, fighting for our heart's desire is blocked. We can't fight for what we want. We need to just sort of take what's coming and, release an expectation, I would say, for what we think we need or want in this moment. And now we have the Knight of Feathers as our solution because we're fighting for our power instead. Fighting for our power is the solution to the situation, okay? Wow, that doesn't focus at all. Well, fancy. It's actually more in focus as we sit here than it is anywhere else. Good to know. But yeah, so we have this interesting opportunity to absolutely fight for our power as a solution as opposed to our heart's desire. So, maybe they can be both. I can see Aries being in that boat where that is true. All right. Our power is our heart, and our heart is our power. So Aries. Next week over, we're talking about the 7th through the 13th, the Knight of Acorns. So fighting, fighting for your ideas is where we're at. This is what we're doing. We are fighting for our ideas. Indeed, this could be interesting and curious. I am looking forward to the possibility of getting some ideas out there and seeing how that plays. All right. Queen of Pentacles is going to be our where we're blocked, which is that whole being super worried about our money. We're not even going to be in a position to fight about that with ourselves. We're just going to need to be okay. Like, you know, we're 10 of Pentacles over here, so we're blocked from being too worried about it, which is cool. Makes me feel like you're spending the money in the right places and you're taking care of yourselves and also being smart about how you handle it. So everything you're doing is good, and that's why you're not worried about money this particular week. Good job. Love that. The 9 of Acorns, 9 of Wands. Interesting. We started out fighting for our ideas, and our solution is not changing our minds, not changing who we are for anybody. All right? Being clear about who we are, what we're doing, and what's coming up for us, so that we can, in fact, stand our ground, be who we are, and not apologize for being who we are. So, yeah, unapologetically be you. All right? Good for you, Aries. Huzzah. And, of course, we're talking about the 14th through the 20th over here, this next week over. The 14th through the 20th of July shows 4 of Wands. I like that very much for us. 4 of Wands, standing in a very comfortable place for who we are, where we are, what we're doing, and a foundation of our ideas is strong now. Okay, what we fought for, I think, came through, and we are now standing strong in our ideas, and that's good news. Huzzah. The 5 of Acorns, where we're blocked, being that, you know, rallying the troops is going to be blocked. We're not going to be able to get anyone to come along and go, hey, come on over. Hey, come on over. We're not going to get that. So it's going to be one of those moments where we just go, okay, that's not happening. Bummer, right? It happens that sometimes it's not working the way we think it should. And yet, here we are, right? 5 of Shells, 5 of Cups. Remembering our solution this particular week is going to be remembering relationships from our past and how we dealt with them and the lessons we learned in those situations. It's a very big light bulb moment for us, right? Lightning bug, lightning bolt. Epiphany, haha. So even your epiphany at this moment will help you in this moment to appreciate the moment and see where we're going, all right? So it's good. I like that very much, all right? Cool. You are indeed strong in your ideas and settled, but having an epiphany on top of that. Good job. This card here is talking about, you're blocked from seeing, blocked from rallying. Next week over, the 21st through the 27th. Yeah, buddy. It's time for a moment. You want to take a little break, take a little spot, take a little breather. That is going to be a good time for it, all right? So yeah, you are going to be taking a moment to breathe and see where you are, figure out what's going on. It's going to be good for you. I think it's going to be smart to handle your business at that time and be comfortable where you are. The 8 of Cups is here blocked. You are not in a position to walk away from anyone right now. So even if you wanted to walk away from somebody who is frustrating you, it's not time yet, okay? So just let it be. Don't fight about it. Just let that be what it is and know that technically you're going to be on your own anyway, so don't worry about that. The 8 of Pentacles. Ooh, working hard, making money. This is a good week for that. I'm glad to see it for you. You're going to be doing what you need to do, taking care of business, and being financially okay. Perfect. Good job handling it. Yes. forward movement for you, and the finances is always good. All right, let's talk about the final week of July, the 28th through August 3rd. The Knight of Crystals, Knight of Pentacles, fighting for your finances. So there might be an issue that comes up where someone is putting you in an awkward situation, and you'll have to stand up for what you want. All right? So just be willing to stand up and say you're willing to work within the parameters or whatever it is, and find your way through. Find a way to make it work so that all the parties are happy enough and that you can proceed. All right? Good job. 5 of Crystals. Interesting how this is the ladybug, and ladybugs are all about luck. And yet 5 of Pentacles is usually about getting new advice about your finances. So if it's blocked, whatever's going on this particular week, you're not going to be able to get any advice from anybody else about how to handle your finances. So let that be a lesson, and don't share about them with other people. All right? But do know that after fighting about it, you're definitely going to be able, it's the 9 of Pentacles. You got the 9 of Pentacles. Hello, you're making money. You're having a good time. Abundance is yours, all right? This is the good stuff. This is the kind that makes you safe, makes you whole, and makes it right, so that you have a really nice foundation of finances. And I'm super excited to see all this money stuff for you because, hey, Mama needs that. And I'm right there with you. So let's go ahead and put these cards aside for now, as we do. So we can come back to these at the end of this reading, all right? Or do those in next week, but we'll go ahead and do these right now, all right? So we have the 10 of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Knight of Swords, all right? We're going to add some of this fabulous section of the Alleyman's Tarot to it, pre-programmed, of course, ready to go. Let's see what's coming up here. All right, so, oh, I get 3 more. Come on now. Almost as if offered all. What? Yep. Here we go. So, 10 of Pentacles here. This is kind of living large, kind of living right, having a good time with it, feeling good. The builder shows me that you are indeed creating and working on that foundation, making things whole, making things right around your perimeter, taking care of your business. You have the money to take care of it, and you feel very good about that. That is some very positive energy happening here. Yeah, good stuff. And of course the moon is here reminding us that dreams and goals are up for review. We are paying attention to what our dreams and goals are, and how they might move and change and become different from what we thought they were at one time. It is super cool that you are in this position, and you can in fact be a person who regroups and changes your mind without having to tear everything down and start over. That's not necessary. You don't have to do all that. It's just sort of it's an internal, I feel like it's an internal mind change. So don't be alarmed. Once again, remember, we're looking at all the details. With the epiphany, we're going for clarity. And you want to sort of, maybe even you need to take the Apache's tear moment and get your emotions in check for the moment and see how things are handling that situation. There is light around this Apache tear, just telling me that there is freedom and light in this moment, even as you're working through what this is, right? Okay, so do be aware that even with the epiphanies, there's light, all right? Fighting for your ideas, fighting for your heart's desire is blocked, right? You can't really stand up for what you want right now. It's not time. The 8 of Swords, you're a little bit stuck in your power, right? So getting unstuck is the key. So you want to figure out what you want and where you want to go and all that other stuff. But fighting about it, fighting for it's blocked. You're blocked in your power. and the party is blocked as well. So this particular week, there won't be a real party in such of. It's like your new ideas are still so much in a chrysalis form that you can't really share what you're thinking about in order to have a party and celebrate that moment. It isn't that there won't be gatherings and parties. It is that there's no gathering and party with response to what you're thinking about, okay? So your dreams and goals are still out of focus. You're working on getting the clarity and coming into a place of understanding, and that's all good. So allow for it, appreciate the possibilities, but don't make a big darn stink about the fact that you can't really get there from here right this second, okay? The Knight of Swords is here, saying fighting for your power is how you're going to solve your situation. You do want to pay attention to how you fight for your power. Don't make a lot of wreckage that you can't, fight with the right people. Don't fight. Mostly, this really, according to what I'm seeing here, it seems to be you fighting with yourself. So, I think you're going to win the battle because you're not that hard on yourself, which is good news. Lately, with all the good things happening, it's hard to be really too hard on yourself. But there's these moments. You're a little confused. And I think you're going to get out of it, so good deal. The horizon is here, telling me that, you are absolutely going to find your solutions in the darkness. I think that you will find solutions either in your dream states, or you'll find moments for yourself at night when you take a pause, look at the universe, look at the stars, look at life, look at where you are, look at what you want, and what you need, and how you want, what you're willing to give up to get there. I think you're going to find yourself looking at things very differently. And it's okay to change your mind, right? So keep that in mind and know that the darkness is your friend. If you find yourself staying up late, it's probably for a reason. Think it through. Do some journaling at that time. I think it'll help. And then, of course, the other part of your solution is this 10 of attention, which has all this negative mentions and yada yadas in here, which is a bunch of unnecessary nonsense. But it's all online, and I can tell you that whatever this is says, you know what? Meh. This person, these people who are commenting and saying mean things, or whatever, number one, first rule of the internet is any mention is good mention. Even if it's bad internet attention, it's good attention, right? If people are looking, even if they're only looking just to see you fall on your face. Oh, brother. Yeah, so that's an interesting thing to have come up in this line of a solution. And I don't know what kind of attention you want, Aries, but if this is the attention that you get, okay, interesting, right? And I, being an Aries, don't really want this kind of attention, but at this point, my channel is small and would like to go bigger. But you know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily want to do it for the wrong reasons. So, that being said, this is an interesting week for July, the first week of July. I'm glad to see that you're working through and getting through some stuff. This is my favorite part right here. The fact you're still in the working phases, and that's okay. I think you're going to come out ahead here. You're working on it, you're coming through it, you're fighting for it, and you're willing to go through whatever you need to get there. So, good on you. Well done. Let's get you a pocket full of rocks, eh? So I'm going to grab them out of this bag. All right. We have 2 garnets. We have a red garnet, we have a green garnet, and we have a rose quartz. So that's very handy. So we have the red garnet is all about the blood, all about first chakra, and staying grounded, staying in ourselves and our bodies. Do take care to go to the doctors if you need to. Make sure everything is going right with your blood, right? That's a good thing. And this is the almandine, I believe, garnet, which is going to be acting in a somewhere between the 3rd chakra and the 4th chakra because of its yellowy greenness. It speaks of healing in the 3rd chakra, and it speaks of the higher heart in the 4th chakra. So that's kind of fun, right? It's a crossover. So it's healing and a heart. Healing your higher heart. I like that very much. So we're healing our higher heart. It speaks to the epiphany. It speaks to the Apache tears and how we're handling all of that emotional stuff that we're doing. And we're getting into the clarity and breathing and doing all the things we need to do for our higher heart, which is good news. And of course, rose quartz. It's a fantastic heart healing stone, and it's intended to take care of our heart and just give us a little hug, because sometimes you just need a little hug for your heart. All right, so that's what's going on there. I'm going to go ahead and set these down right here, and you don't have to carry those stones if you don't want to, Aries. They're here for you to be of support. I do hope that you'll enjoy them and use them if you need to. If you want to carry something else, do let me know what it is. I like that stuff. And of course, we will talk next week about the 7th through the 13th of July. I thank you so much for being here. And of course, like and share if you haven't already. Please go ahead and let your friends know what's going on. And do subscribe if you haven't done that. I appreciate you all so much. I really appreciate being able to bring this out to you and help you through the next coming week. All right? Thanks so much.